Hey guys. Yeah, so I picked a subject for this video. I don't really know. I'm just gonna let it flow, but I do have a subject in mind. So the subject goes kind of like this, and then I'm just gonna riff on it and upload it, unless it's really, really bad. Unless the video turns out like really shitty, or I'm just shit in the bed or whatever. So the subject is like this. The subject goes like this. What if this is give you kind of a what if scenario, okay? What if like 70% or more of just the U.S. population. We're not gonna go global. We're gonna go that big though. We're gonna go big. Okay, since we can't go home, we're gonna go big. Let's say 70% or more of the U.S. population are a bunch of sheeple. Okay. How are you gonna fit in without, if you're not a sheeple and 70% or more of the U.S. population are sheeple and you're not, how are you gonna fit in, without compromising your integrity, What are you gonna do? How are you gonna fit in? If you're not a sheeple, like, what, say 75% of the population or more of the U.S. are just a bunch of sheeple, and they're all wearing like their stupid pink Carhartt clown pants because that's what they're told to do, and you're not one of those people. When you look at the pink Carhartt clown pants, you say you realize, like you see that as stupid. Like everybody looks like retarded. But to them, all of them, like that's the coolest thing. Like that's like the hip thing. Like, why aren't you wearing your pink Carhartt clown pants? So how are you gonna fit in? What are you gonna do? I mean, because if you're not wearing your pink Carhartt clown pants, everybody's gonna be really tripping the fuck out on you. They're gonna be looking at you like, what is wrong with this guy? This guy doesn't even know how cool it is to wear pink Carhartt clown pants. Like, what are you gonna do? And their favorite music is let's say there's this new so-called music that's out where what they do is they record themselves farting and taking shits, and that's what music is like recordings of people sitting on the toilet taking shits and farting, and that's what music is. And it's like the coolest thing to listen to. Everybody's listening to people shitting and farting, and it's like the coolest thing. Man, it's all over on MTV. They got music videos of the latest shitting, farting music. That's shit farty music, right? And everybody's listening to it. It's like so cool. So they're all wearing their pink Carhartt clown pants. They're all listening to recordings of people farting and shitting because that's what music is. And like when you listen to that, you're like totally disgusted, right? You're like, what the fuck, right? And they're all, you don't like the latest song that just came out? Oh man, listen to this. isn't that fucking awesome? And you're like, dude, that's fucking disgusting, right? But all the sheeple, they're all listening to, farts and shits and stuff. And they're all wearing their pink Carhartt clown pants. And like, say you go into a restaurant, you go into a Denny's, and you're just like, fuck, dude, I just need a fucking hot meal. I fucking, I just need to relax, man. Because all this world is like so insane. Everybody's wearing clown pants and shit and listening to all this, what the fuck, like farts and stuff. They think recordings of farts are music. And you're like, dude, I just need a break, man. I'm going to go to fucking Denny's. I just need to sit, relax, have a meal. And you go to the Denny's and you sit down and there's a speaker right above your table. And all it is just repetitively playing farts and recordings of people taking shits in the bathroom. Is and that's what's playing, and it's very loud. It's on a speaker above your head, and you're just trying to relax and eat a meal. And everyone around, they're all wearing their pink. Everybody in the restaurant, they're all wearing their pink clown pants, and everybody's like, just like, they got no problem with this fart noise is just blasting in the speakers. Like, what are you gonna do? Where do you escape? Where do you go to escape it? You know, what's the answer? What's the answer to this dilemma? And it's everywhere. At least, remember, it's at least 75% of the population of the U.S. They're all wearing pink Carhartt clown pants. They're all listening to the latest fart shit thing, and it's so fucking cool. And everybody's just, yeah, listen to that fart ripping, bro. Have you heard the latest Ripper song, bro? Oh man, that's so cool, bro. You know. And see, the more you fit in, the more you're rewarded. So if you wear the pink clown pants, then everybody's like, all right, bro, this guy's on board. He knows what's hip. He's hip to the scene. And if you don't, then everybody's looking at you like, something's wrong with this guy. He must be mentally ill. This guy's not wearing pink Carhartt clown pants. He must be like totally like crazy. He's a crazy person. Look at this crazy person. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna buy a survival the latest survival car with all the survival all the latest survival gadgets and you're just gonna buy your survival Jeep with all its survival gadgets and buy all your survival food at RichieFromBoston.com or whatever, and you're just gonna go out and just go way out in the middle of nowhere where there is no one, and just enjoy being your solitude, right? That's what you're gonna do, right? Yeah. And so then you're out there, and then here comes a caravan of pink clown cars, pink Carhartt clown cars with big giant balloons, and they got these big speakers on their clown cars that are ripping out the latest Ripper song that farts and shits, and here they come, and they found a really good spot to camp and have a fart party, and it just happens to be right there where your survival Jeep is. So then what are you going to do? Oh, it's easy. You just take your $700,000 survival Jeep with all its, survival gadgets, loaded up with its survival food from Richie from Boston.com survival food, and you'll just move into another spot where there is nobody, right? Yep. Yeah, and then the police are all wearing their pink Carhartts. That's the latest. That's the new hip hop, police hip hop uniform is pink Carhartt clown pants, and you know the police and the FBI and all those guys, and what do they call them? They have those police that go around in the forest and stuff to make sure that nobody's illegally camping. What do they call them? Park rangers? Yeah, park rangers. Park rangers drive up in their pink clown car, and they step out with their pink Carhartt pants, clown pants, and their pink tasers and stuff, and they see you, and there's like a here comes the park ranger. You're on private property, even though you're out in the middle of nowhere, and just sorry, man. So then here comes the park ranger, coming out, and he says, "Well, what are you doing out here, sir?" And you're just like, "Hey, man, I'm just minding my own business." And he's like, "Well, how come you're not wearing pink Carhartt clown pants?" And you're like, I don't know. It's just not really my thing. Not your thing, huh? That's kind of strange. Very, very strange that it's not your thing to wear the pink Carhartt clown pants, huh? Well, that's kind of weird, don't you think? Everyone else is wearing them. It's really highly suspicious. The way you're dressed is very suspicious. I'm going to have to check your vehicle, because the way you're dressed is very suspicious. You look very, very different than, all of us. Something ain't right here. Something's off. What are you listening to? You're listening to some what is that you're listening to? That sounds like, that kind of, whatever it is you're listening to doesn't sound like what, we all listen to, fart music. The Ripper. That's the latest style, and you're listening to Led Zeppelin? Who is this Led Zeppelin? That sounds like satanic. That sounds like some satanic stuff. You're very different. Something's off about you. You don't look right. I'm gonna have to take down your name and stuff, and yeah, can we get another park ranger over here? We got a guy over here. He's looks a little off. There's something ain't right. Okay, sir. So now tell me again, why is it that you're not wearing your pink Carhartt clown pants? Well, you look like, highly suspicious to me. Something isn't right here. You don't look like everyone else. Anyway, again, this is just for entertainment purposes only. This is totally hypothetical. This is totally hypothetical. Entertainment purposes only. Yeah. This is just, if we're not careful, this is a potential future. This is what could happen in the future. It's not happening now, right now. I promise, guys. This whole thing, like I said, it's for entertainment purposes only. It's totally just an analogy. It's not like something happening. I'm not saying that. Don't get me wrong. Don't get it confused here. I'm not saying that that's happening now. I'm just saying that could be a possible future for our children and stuff. It's not happening now. So, if that were to happen, let's say in 2049, you know, imagine a scenario like that in the future. How is that going to affect our children? You know, because it's not happening now, you guys. It's something that's happening now. It's totally hypothetical. Yeah.